Oh, hello, buddy. This is RJ Epic here, and welcome to the video I promised in the last video I released, which was that comic show episode 7.1, which was what I'm reading, and recommendation of the week was the thing we did in the last part. And I'm sorry if you kind of hear some movement and stuff, because I'm walking around while recording this video because I'm using a screen recording app that is really good. I might sit down somewhere, but I kind of find it just, I don't know what to do. I just like to move when I talk sometimes, so that's why I like the screen recorder, and I don't know where to sit because I get kind of bored. But yes, I'm doing the video I promised. I'm doing a review on Captain America Civil War. Yes, this is the third Captain America movie, and the first one I'm reviewing. Kind of weird, but this is probably my favorite MCU movie, and there's so many highlights from this movie that I just wanted to talk about this one. I actually haven't seen the first Captain America movie, the first Avenger, but I have seen Winter Soldier, which is also really good and one of my favorites. Actually, the last two Captain America movies are legitimately probably two of my favorite comic book movies. Now, I'm not even the biggest fan of Captain America, which is weird, but they're just so well done. And I have meant to read more Captain America because I do love him as a character now, but I just haven't had a chance really. But yes, anyway, Captain America Civil War. Wow, today, arguably the greatest comic book movie of 2016 and one of the best comic book movies of all time. That's how good this movie was. We had Team Cap versus Team Iron Man. Which side are you on? I don't know which side I'm on actually. Or was on. I think. Shit, it's so hard. Because I feel like on moral ground, in terms of morals, I should probably be on Team Cap's side. But in terms of characters, I'm like on Team Iron Man's side because Iron Man and Spider-Man are and Black Widow are all on one team. So that's literally like that's literally three of my top four favorite superheroes. So it's kind of hard to like be against Team Iron Man considering they've got my favorite people. But yeah, they had I'm like Miles Morales, or Team Cap had Miles Morales, then I might have like said I'm Team Cap all the way, baby. But Team Cap had Giant Man, of course, and Scarlet Witch, and Hawkeye. I mean, the teams were pretty equal. It's hard to say which team you're on. They were pretty good. And there's a lot of overshadowed characters in the MCU and in this movie. I just rewatched Captain America Civil War for the second time just last week, and I had a great time with it. And think about all the characters and how well they were scripted. It was really fun. Every character did their job well, and every character I loved in Civil War, I'd say. I can't really think of a character who really let me down. Black Panther being introduced. Black Panther was a great character in Civil War and was really well done by the actor who plays him. I'd say I don't read any Black Panther, really know Black Panther that well, but I'd say it's a perfect iteration of Black Panther. That was really fun, and to see the relationship kind of between Black Panther and Black Widow. That was really fun. Black Widow, of course, awesome as always. She needs her own movie. She definitely needs her own movie. Captain America himself, Team Cap leader, Captain America. Great. He's great as usual too, I guess. Robert Downey Jr. / Iron Man with probably his best performance in the MCU to date, with that emotional scene at the end of the movie. You guys gotta know what I'm talking about. When Tony finds out that Bucky killed his parents. Probably his greatest performance to date. Bucky Barnes / Winter Soldier. Personally, probably one of my favorite characters in the MCU. Treated so well, and Bucky is a great character. At least because he's been the star of one of the stars of these last two movies with the Winter Soldier and Civil War, and he has been a standout character in both of those. Then notice I'm kind of saving two big characters that got everybody talking in the movie are two of them towards the end. War Machine, of course, he doesn't have the biggest part in the movie, but he does also shine in the parts he's in, of course, with him almost dying. That was cool. It probably would have been better if they had actually killed off War Machine slash Rhodey, because they basically showed us in the trailer, so basically there's no way he was gonna die. But I kind of would have liked either if they didn't give that away in the trailer, or just not as much to it, so we figured he probably wasn't gonna die. Or if he had actually been killed, it probably would have added more weight to everything, especially with Tony finding out Bucky killed his parents at the end. Scarlet Witch was badass. She was awesome as fuck in this movie. And Scarlet Witch needs more time to shine. Vision, probably one of my least favorite characters, but still treated probably like he should be, I guess. I kind of just find Vision annoying. I don't know. I don't really like Vision all that much. He might be my least favorite character out of all in the MCU, at least in Civil War. Of the characters in Civil War, he might have been my least favorite. Who am I forgetting here? Hawkeye. Hawkeye was awesome. Like, from Hawkeye's performance in Civil War, why the fuck does this guy not have his own movie or like have more time to shine? Because he's hilarious and he's awesome, and the interaction between Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch is just great. So yeah, and I'm sorry my screen went black there, but I think I'm still recording here. So yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, I should still be recording. Yeah, like I was saying, the interactions between Scarlet Witch and Hawkeye were fucking great. Who else am I forgetting? Oh yes, Agent 13, Sharon Carter. I still feel like we have barely seen anything from Sharon Carter really, and her relationship with Cap. It's pretty good, but it feels kind of thrown together at the same time, just because it feels like since they're a couple in the comics, they've just kind of been thrown together. I mean, it kind of makes sense why they like each other, but at the same time, like, we've barely seen them together in their relationship. Then Falcon, actually one of my personal favorites too. He was a shining, he was a highlight of the Winter Soldier Falcon, and he was also a hidden gem and highlight in this movie too. I love Falcon. Sam Wilson is awesome. I might like Falcon more than I actually like Steve Rogers. I'm not sure. Falcon is probably, he's a hidden gem in the MCU in my opinion, and maybe even in Marvel in general. And I feel like he's a great character. And he should maybe even take up the Captain America role at some point in the MCU like he has in the comics. So I hope to see more Sam Wilson, because Sam Wilson is awesome. And Falcon is awesome. And he was one of my personal highlights of Civil War, because all his interactions were great and all his dialogue was awesome. Then is there anyone else I am forget? I'm just gonna get into the two big characters then. I got some other pictures to show you guys. Giant Man slash Ant-Man. He kind of at first feels like he is thrown into the movie for some for some fanfare and stuff, and for the just because he got so well received with his movie, which Ant-Man is probably one of my personal favorite MCU movies too. Maybe in my top 5, probably in my top 5. I loved Ant-Man. So Ant-Man slash Giant Man's involvement and how he turned into Giant Man, and Giant Man's involvement, like I've been saying, was fucking awesome. It was, of course, in many people's eyes and in my eyes, one of the highlights of this movie, and of course one of the highlights just of that epic airplane scene, the airplane battle, which is probably the best scene in all of the MCU to date. And the Russo brothers did a great job, a tremendous job on the airport battle scene. And then the last character, I'm pretty sure. No, I'm gonna talk about Thunderbolt, or General Thaddeus Ross or whatever. General Ross returned to the MCU in this movie. Hasn't been seen since the Incredible Hulk. And his involvement was really nice in this movie too. and it seems like they're teasing at some point that we will probably be getting Red Hulk hopefully in the MCU, which is something I've wanted for a while now. I hope they do bring Red Hulk in, General Ross starting, so hopefully that happens. And then the last character. No, wait, I gotta talk about Baron Simo, or Helmut Simo, who was the villain of this film. Simo was really nothing like his comic book version of the character, but Simo in this movie was fucking great. He was. People have kind of bashed on this version of Simo, but I thought it was a great version of Simo and really fit into the tone of the MCU and this movie. And who knows, maybe we'll see a more faithful comic adaptation, of Simo in future movies. Maybe we'll see him don a costume, or maybe we'll see him don his costume from the comics or something similar in a future movie, since he doesn't die in this movie. He's still kept around, and it's been teased that he's going to return in down the line, maybe even for Infinity or something. So really awesome. And I thought that Simo was also a highlight of the Civil War. And then the last character I have to talk about, and my fucking personal favorite, of course, as you guys know, Spider-Man. I got two versions of Spider-Man that are my favorite characters. And that is Peter Parker, Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man. How fucking great was Spider-Man? This seems like it's gonna be the best version of Spider-Man we've gotten in any movie thus far, with Tom Holland's adaptation, which is just fucking spectacular. I didn't bring the picture up, but there, that beautiful costume, Spider-Man. Maybe the best costume also. Him and Tony Stark's relationships and interactions are great. Of course, Aunt May, we also got to see, which is, I'm loving the Melissa Tomei version of Aunt May. She's a bit younger, a bit hotter. I think it works better, because it never really... I mean, it does make sense, and it could be logical why Aunt May is so old in the comics, but at the same time, it doesn't really make sense if she's his aunt, how she's so old. But whatever. Especially since Peter is a teenager right now in the MCU, so Aunt May should be a little younger. And of course, Spider-Man, all his wit, all his charm, all his fucking amazing humor was brought into the fold. All his quips was awesome, and all the tech that Tony Stark helped give. I know I only really talked about the characters of Civil War. The scenes, some highlights. That the third act was fucking great. The ending part of the movie where we see Tony, Bucky, and Steve try to stop the Winter Soldiers, and Simo, because they thought Simo was gonna unleash the rest of the Winter Soldiers, but he just killed them. Where they try to stop them, and then Tony finds out his parents were killed by Bucky. All that was great, and then Black Panther came along also. And Black Panther was just awesome, and how he dealt with Simo also, and just stayed in the shadows like Black Panther does. And Black Panther doesn't really trust anybody. That was treated well. I mean, besides him joining Team Iron Man, but we know he only joined Team Iron Man to get at Bucky, because he thought Bucky killed his dad, T'Chaka. But yeah, another highlight, probably the biggest highlight and the best scene. Maybe it has competition with that last scene I just talked about, with the emotional scene with Iron Man, Cap, and Bucky. That was really great, but probably a scene that tops that is, of course, the airport battle scene, because we get to see everybody, and everybody gets a moment to shine. Even fucking Hawkeye gets a moment to shine with Scarlet Witch, who are throwing the cars on Tony. But everybody gets a moment to shine, and it's fucking awesome in the airport scene. Of course, Spider-Man's introduction for me is also up there and could possibly be the best scene. What a great scene. What a great way for Spider-Man to be introduced, in my opinion. That was awesome. Just Tony Stark showing up, just chilling with Aunt May, flirting with her. That was awesome. Actually, the opening of the movie was pretty good too. All around, Civil War was a pretty good movie. And if I had to give Civil War a rating, Civil War is not a perfect movie. I mean, it probably has a flaw too, but if I was to rank it out of out of 5. If I like ranking stuff out of 10, because if it was out of 10, I'd give it a 9.5. But where it's out of 5, I would give it a 4.5. It would be a normal ranking, but like a 4.7 or 8 is what I would give it, just to go a bit farther, because that's how good the movie was. It's not perfect. I don't think I could ever give a movie a 5 out of 5. But if I were to give a movie a 5 out of 5, Civil War would be one of the contenders. So yeah. But anyway, I don't know how long this video's been going, but I think I'm gonna end it there. I probably could have gone into more detail with some things, but if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and even share if you would like to. This has been day 10 of the 12 days of comics. Not really, because I recorded the last video and this video in the same day, and I still have 2 more videos to make for the 12 days of comics to get day 11 and 12, so I can finish it. And then the next video I make after the 12 days of comics are over, which will probably be my Christmas haul, which will probably be next Tuesday after I get the rest of the comics that I'm going to get, because I'm going back to my comic shop next Tuesday for a sale, because it's no tax sale. So I'm probably going to go back and get more books, and I'm probably going to come home and record a comic call either that or Wednesday the next day I will. Actually, no, because Wednesday I'm supposed to work unless I do it before or after I go in. Unless I can't go in, because I haven't actually figured out how I'm getting in yet. But yes, so yes, that comic haul, my Christmas haul, will be my 500th video. Yes, I know, 500 videos, wow. I've been doing this for, what, 2 years now? 2.5 years. It's been fun. Actually, I think I've only had my channel for like a year and a half. Maybe it's been 2 years, but like I've been doing this for a few years now, recording videos, because I had recorded videos just to myself before I had a YouTube channel, and then I uploaded them and stuff. So yeah, but yeah, anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and even share if you like to, like I said. And like I already said, I will see you all later, and peace out. Bye.